How did you build these powerful connections, and how do you maintain those relationships?
I'll start with Mario. He's my cousin actually.
Oh, okay.
So growing up, my grandmother always told me if anybody had the last name Chalmers, they were somehow related to us. So when I found out Mario was playing at Kansas, I was like, oh, that's my cousin.
Chalmers.
Yeah, he got the last name Chalmers. My grandma said, you got the last name Chalmers, we related, so you my cousin.
Boom.
So, but once he got to the NBA, like I kind of hit him up on Twitter, and he would respond back here and there. And then I guess his dad told him that we were somehow related, and we got in contact. And I want to say it was like 2012 when the NBA lockout happened. He took me to CP Chris Paul's charity event, and that's where I met Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony. I already knew Steph Curry because I grew up with him. Had a conversation. Well, I met Kyrie Irving. Like I met a lot of people. But then after that, like our relationship kind of just fell to the wayside. Like I didn't hear from him like anything. But it wasn't until that his dad was recruiting my nephew. So it brings it back kind of full circle.
Yeah.
So that's when he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, fam, like, what's up, cuz?" Like, and then ever since then, this was what 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Y'all been locked in.
Like literally like a big brother. Like, call him anytime, like, whatever. Like, just text me yesterday or the other day. Hey, you coming to Chicago for the big three? Like, I don't know, bro. I got stuff to pay for. Like, I got stuff to pay for. But no, like Mario's been like he's been an amazing person for me because, like I said, I've met a lot of people through him.
Wow.
Now, I'm not gonna say like Mario would be like, oh, hey, this is my cousin KJ. He does X, Y, and Z. He's like, no, this is my cousin KJ. No, you go. You figure out the rest. You figure out how you can
connect with people,
with them and
network.
And you do that. And at first I'm like, damn, bro, like you can't just do it for me. But then I had to think back, like I've never had anything handed to me anyway, so I might as well just he's putting me in a position to do it. I got to do it.
Right. Right.
So and then along with Floyd, like it's crazy how I met Floyd because I was at NBA Summer League. Golly. Watching my nephew play, literally watching.
Your nephew again.
It was a game before my nephew was about to come on and play because he was playing for the Charlotte Hornets G League, Charlotte Hornets Summer League team at the time.
Your nephew is a blessing.
Very much so, very much so. He was my little brother before anything else, before a nephew. So I was sitting courtside. Shout out to Chris Smoot who got me down there because I didn't have a ticket to even sit down there. I just had a ticket to get into the game. I knew one of the players. They were like, "Here, KJ, here's a ticket to get into the game." Got into the game and we walked down the stairs like we owned it. And that's what I tell a lot of people too. Like if you walk into a situation or a building, like you own it, nobody's gonna ask you any questions.
That's true.
So that's exactly what we did. We walked down there, sat courtside. Chris ended up leaving, but I stayed because, like I said, my nephew was playing the next game. Floyd he came in with his entourage. His manager, Kichi at the time, rest in peace to her, she died a couple years ago. Some of his bodyguards came in, and like I said, he sat right beside me. I looked at him, and when I see celebrities, like they don't
phase you.
They don't phase me because like
you've been around them.
Your family, yeah.
But at the same time, it's like all you have over me is money. Like that's it. And you've played
and fame,
and you've been on TV. That's
true.
it.
Yeah.
So I looked at him. I was like, I just want to congratulate you on the career that you had, and everything that you're doing. And that was literally it. He was like, bro, like nobody's ever said that to me. Like everybody always asked me for autograph pictures and everything like that, but nobody's ever, said congratulations. He was like, we should do that more often. Like we should congratulate people more often on things that they've done.
Right. Right.
I was like, well, I see you as a regular person. And that's exactly what I said. His response was, I'm not regular. I'm 50 and up. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I'm not regular. But I'm like, bro, no, you're a regular person to me. Like, you're just a regular person to me. And you're shorter than me. So you're definitely a regular person. I'm not that tall. And you're shorter than me. So you're definitely a regular person. But then we ended up having a conversation about like management stuff, trying to start an agency and stuff like that. And then right before he was about to leave, but I told him my nephew was about to play. And I was like, yo, stay and watch my nephew for a little bit. He was like, all right. He was like, all right. So he sat down and stayed and watched them play until halftime at least.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
Yeah. So we were having, like I said, we were having more conversations after that. And then right before he left, I was like, before you leave, let's get a picture.
Right.
We took a picture, and then 5 minutes later, he went and talked to some more people, like the owners of NBA Summer League and stuff like that, who also I know them as well. Warren Laguerre, who's been a good friend of mine over the course of these years. 5 minutes later, he comes back. He was like, yo, Kay, did we take that picture? I'm like, yeah, bro, we took the picture 5 minutes ago.
Oh, he forgot.
Yeah, he forgot. So, but right before he left, I was like, yo, let me, let's exchange numbers. Maybe we can keep in touch, blah, blah, blah. And ever since then, we've been
locked in again.
Yeah.
Wow. So you make connections easily, like just your personality. You're just naturally.
It's the laid back attitude.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to know, okay, so what are some valuable lessons that you've learned from both your cousin Mario Chalmers and your family friend Floyd Mayweather? At least one from each of them that you've learned over the years.
From Mario, he's not really a talker. He just get things done. So I guess I'm kind of the same way. Like I don't really talk much. Like if somebody asks me to do something, I may not even tell them I did it until it's done.
Right.
Like I may not even tell them like the process of how I got it done or when I got it done or when it was done. It's like you asked me to do it. Here's
execute.
The finished product. Yeah, here's the finished product. From Floyd, probably the biggest one that has stuck out to me is if you're gonna have people around you and they're gonna do something, make sure they do it and don't deviate from it or go outside the lines.
Gotcha.
Because once they go outside the lines of doing something that they weren't supposed to be doing, now they're at fault. They're at fault for doing it.
Right.
But if you're doing it within the lines that I told you to do it at, then I'm at fault for it because you're doing exactly what I told you to do. So that goes into the management side of how I do things. Like if I'm asking you to be here or be somewhere at a certain time and you don't do that, then that's not gonna only look bad on me, but it's gonna look bad on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if I asked you to stop at the store and get me some sour mambas before you go to this interview and you're late, then that's on me.
Yeah.
But as long as you're staying within those lines of doing everything that you're supposed to do, and that goes into a sport that you play, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, whatever.
Right.
As long as you're doing exactly what the coach tells you to do,
then you good.
you're going to stay out there. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Those are some good gems, honestly.
Yes,
yeah, anybody watching can relate to whatever, not just even sports, just in life, honestly. You feel me? Yeah.
That goes to the Bible too, though. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
God can tell you, God can bring something to you in a dream or driving down the street or something like that. You deviate from it, the vision that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to happen for you.
Okay.
That's not on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.